And for the headline news, one house was burned down at Barangay Hololo. The owner of the house got a second-degree burn. A college student was stabbed by his best friend. The suspect surrendered to the police. Good evening, Iloilo.
Good evening, Western Visayas.
And for our first news, a house was burned down at Barangay Hololo. The owner of the house got a second-degree burn. Here's Honelene Cordero for the news.
A fire hit a semi-concrete house in Barangay Hululon at 3 in the afternoon last July 5, 2021, Monday, according to Bureau of Fire Protection. Authorities said that the blaze started in the kitchen of the one-story house as cooking stoves were left open and lit. The owner, Miss Paulline, is having her afternoon nap in the living room, was alarmed by the forming smoke coming from the kitchen. The lady tried to save few of her belongings but was trapped, the Bped reported.
Based on my assessment, the patient is suffering from a second-degree burn. Luckily for her, she was rescued sooner. If the rescuers had gone a little bit late, she would be in a more severe condition. So the first thing I did was to look for associated trauma and keep any kind of clothing from coming in touch with the skin. However, I did not try to remove the clothing which has got stuck to the skin. Then I rinsed the burned skin with cool water until the pain stopped. After that, I cleaned the infected area and I wrapped it loosely with a bandage. For now, she's being treated and the doctors are giving her the proper medical care and hopefully she will be better soon.
The fire started around 3 p.m. and it takes an hour to completely get rid of the fire. The fire started in Miss Pauline's house. The cooking stove was left open. She was taking a nap when suddenly she inhaled a smoke, and when she woke up, the house was already filled with smoke and huge fire. She have also said she tried to grab important things that she needed but got trapped inside before she could get out. Luckily, we rescued her on time or else worse things might happen. She was also devastated because the house that she had been staying for years was ruined that easily. It cost her almost $1 million to build that house, but it just turned into ashes. Her neighbors was also lucky because the fire didn't spread all throughout the neighborhood.
At the moment, the firemen are already inside the burned house to find if there are things that are not fully burned. And for the club's news, this is Honelene Cordero reporting.
A college student was stabbed by his best friend. The suspect surrendered to the police.
Fire can help, yet can also destroy things and kill lives. So beware. In any time and in any unexpected situation, you can't just imagine if accident knocks your home. Secure that all appliances are being turned off before you sleep or leave home.
A college student was stabbed by his best friend. The suspect surrendered to the police. Here's Esther Rojo for the news.
A college student named Relba Sama was stabbed by his best friend, Hans Buendia, because they had a misunderstanding while drinking. They are both drunk yesterday when the incident happened, July 5, 2021, 5:30 in the afternoon at Twinkle Twinkle Little Store, Barangay Buendia. According to the Philippine National Police report, the owner of the store, Mrs. Rexie Parcon, witnessed the incident where both men are talking about the girl that they like. They were very happy at first, but after a serious talk, they shouted to each other and got angry. After that, Ray talked to his cell phone with a girl, and when he got back at the table, he was stabbed by his best friend, 2 times in his arms and once in his stomach. Mrs. Rexie and other people in the store tried to stop them and immediately called the police. Ray got seriously injured and was brought to the hospital. Hans willingly surrendered to the police after the incident and said that it was not intentional because they are both drunk.
There's no person who pushed me to surrender. I felt guilty right after I went back to my senses. and I am the one who is responsible for my actions. The reason that I stabbed my best friend because of his intention to the girl that we both like. He just wanted to play around her and disrespect her, which made me mad. And we were both drunk and I couldn't even analyze the situation.
At first, those two are having a good time. They were laughing and talking about the girl they both liked. After a while, they got a serious talk and started shouting at each other. Ray got on his phone and talked to a girl. When he got back on their table, Hans suddenly stabbed his best friend on the chest and on the arm.
According to the owner of the store, Mrs. Rexie Parcon, she witnessed the incident where both men are talking about the girl that they like. After a serious talk, they shouted to each other and got angry. Before the stabbing happened, the victim talked to his cell phone with the girl, and when he got back on the table, he was stabbed by the suspect, 2 wounds in his arms and 1 fatal injury on his stomach. The victim is now stable thanks to the witness who immediately called the police and ambulance. The suspect is now under the custody of How I Wonder MPS, and is now corresponded to be given an appropriate case for his criminal act.
And for Clown's News, this is Esther Rojo reporting.
Good evening to a generally calm night with patches of rain gradually dispensing into the southern part of Iloilo, causing minor occasional drizzles. Much later in the evening, expect to see patches of rain in the northern part of Iloilo, hovering towards the central part of Iloilo with a temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. A similar day tomorrow with a few patches of rain across the central and southern part of Iloilo with infrequent amounts of sunshine during the day. The same can be said for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, as the weather gradually improves with more sunshine and less rain clouds hovering across the sky. However, the temperature increased significantly over the weekend, making it a perfect opportunity to give the park a family visit. For the club's weather news, this is Garde Besite, reminding you to stay safe and healthy every day.
And these are all our news for today.
Bringing you reliable news, I am Guillermo II Garde.
And I am Leslie Hover for
The
the Club's News.
Good
Good night, and don't let the bed bugs bite.